I almost forgot to record today. Did not forget. So I'm laying down this time. Let's see how that works. You see my head, or you see my face more prevalently because I have light, natural lighting in my room. So today I had middle schoolers and I was a math teacher, eighth grade math teacher. So previously I was a eighth grade science teacher, but now I was an eighth grade math teacher at a different school. Again, I will reiterate, eighth graders are just louder third graders. Some of them. I think the range of behaviors with littler ones are consistent. And then as they get older, there tends to be a bigger range of behaviors where you have even just a great student that just works on their stuff. They understand what's happening. They know the expectation. And then you have a student that is doesn't understand any of the content, no control over their body, or no understanding of expectations or acceptable behavior. So I had some of those kids today, which is fine. You know, it's understandable. It was weird because these classes were 2 periods long. So it was an hour and a half of algebra, an hour and a half of math, and an hour. They had a math class that was sixth, seventh, and eighth. So it had all the people in there for algebra. I'm guessing the school doesn't have algebra 1 or 2, just has algebra. That could be that's my guess. But they also had multiple math teachers, so maybe I was just the algebra, because I didn't have any geometry. So I'm guessing I was just like intermediate math and not, you know, physics or algebra 2 or geometry 2 or anything like that. I don't think there's, or honors classes as well. So yeah, at a wide range of students, which is okay. Apparently I was really liked. I brought up the concept of handwriting being attractive, an attractive trait, and that can mean attractiveness for any relationship, like friends, actual relationships, or just an attractive thing, like draws you. Oh, you have good handwriting. That's really cool. And I took a vote for each class, and the voting stood, even though a lot of the people that did not think it was important or was an attractive trait were the loudest. They were like, "Nah, that's not it. That's dumb. That's dumb." And then I would say, "Okay, raise your hand if you believe good handwriting is an attractive trait." And that's precise. That's precise speaking right there. You like that? And I would say each class had about 9 or 10 people that raised their hands for that, and then you would have maybe 4 to 5 raise their hand for not or don't care. And so the people that said, "What? Why are all these people voting for attractive trait?" And then the people that did vote for attractive trait were saying, "Well, yeah, it's great to have good handwriting because I can understand what you're saying or writing down. You are usually more organized and you have other traits that kind of follow with that trait." So we had a discussion in that. It came up to about 29 thinking it was an attractive trait, and then 17. So about a third off, basically. So 2/3 liked attractive trait, then 1/3 said they did not or did not care. Interesting stuff. Apparently, the actual teacher for that class has terrible handwriting, so they may have been um, compare and contrasting me and him. I think I have like good handwriting, but if I was fast normally, I have good whiteboard slash smartboard handwriting, but My own actual handwriting is really bad, especially if I go too fast. So I was working on my handwriting while they were just doing their grunt work, doing asking for help. I noticed I did not remember anything from algebra or just math in general. These kids were like, help me. What am I supposed to do? I'm a music teacher. I don't know anything about 8th grade math. And then these are the ones where the question help is up here and it'll give you an example and like, but it gives me different numbers. Okay, this is what you do. Write down your equations and your numbers and what they represent. Go to question help, view an example of the type of question that you're doing, then just plug in your answers. Or, sorry, plug in your numbers. Follow their steps, but with your numbers. And then they look at me, I'm doing this, right? And eventually I just remember the concept. I'm just doing it without viewing an example. I explain to them, do this, and then afterwards you'll get the next one because it's just the same process. Finding H, okay, plug in H, find G, great. Let's put in G in the original equation and find actually H. Found those two. You can confirm them by putting them together, G and H. Does it equal? Is it true? Great. Go back, put in the answers for G and H. It sounds like a lot, but it's just really a lot of steps that you have to organize in your brain. If it's not organized, you're going to confuse yourself. And it's not the equation's fault, it's your fault. You have confused yourself. They were always writing their whiteboards like landscape. It's not, at least if you're going to do that, split it in half and write, continue your work. If not, flip it so it's vertical, and then you can write all your work going down, going down. The things that you learn. I'm a music teacher. I hope people that are watching this are music teachers, and they're like, and then they say, "Man, I was in social studies today. I learned weird things, but I can catch it a lot faster than these kids." Anyways, math is just about working on your problem solving skills. It's not actually if you can see how many adults went swimming based on kid admissions for $1.80 and adult admissions for $2.70 and total admissions are this. So how many adults swam today? That doesn't, it's not really about that. It's about whether you can problem solve based on um, given concepts like distribution property or um, additive property. Is that what they call it? Where you, if you had 6G and 8G, because they have the G, you can add them together. Is that what it's called? Or if you have 6 plus H equals 9, you would minus 6, and it would be 3. So H equals 3. I don't know what property that is, but you are given these concepts to go into your problems. It's the same thing if you were given tasks and things within these tasks you can do because they make sense. Plug in the things to your task, get the task done. Those things. It's works on their problem solving skills that some of them don't really want to connect to. That's okay. I'm not teaching the class. But once I kind of explained that in that sort of a way, they were saying, "Oh, so whatever helps me work, and then once I figure that out, I eventually get faster because it's the same thing." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, it's problem solving. Boom. Math teacher. Oh, and I got to meet a lot of, because I did my student teaching there, I got to meet a lot of the students with my rapport. Once a kid was like, I know you, you're awesome. All the kids are saying, oh, he's kind of cool. Yeah, that's awesome, and that's great. And they're all talking. I'm like, shut up. Stop talking. Great, let's move on. Apparently, kids really like to be told to be quiet. I don't know why. Because they said, you're a really great sub. Even though most of the time I was saying, don't talk over me. I need to work with people, and you, sir, are distracting me from helping this person. And then they say, oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. You go sit over there. You're not in trouble. I just don't want you to distract me. You go, okay. And these are eighth graders. Like I said, they're just louder third graders. And I'm not. Most of them weren't really. Well, we'll save that for another time. But yeah, one thing that I say that I should have done, and I feel like I should start doing more often, is when I take attendance, I shouldn't just keep my eyes on the paper. Whether I'm asking them a question or they're asking me a question to make sure they're present. Oh, I turned red apparently. And I'm brown? What's happening? I want to keep my eyes, or at least lock eyes with them, so that the face connects with the name. A lot of the pictures that they show me on the attendance is not the same picture as the person I'm looking at. It's usually a much older picture or of the sort. It just doesn't look like them because it's picture day and they probably look different. So I want to start, and I recommend other people do this, to look at the person when you call their name. Sometimes I let them ask me a question. So I say, Gavin, what's your question? And he goes, what's your favorite color? Green. Okay, great. And I didn't look at him. If I said, Gavin, what's your question? What's your favorite color? Gavin, my favorite color is green. Move on. It's just maybe a second and a half longer, but I see the face and I feel that there's a better connection if we lock eyes rather than just me locking eyes when they're doing something bad. You know? That way I kind of get a sense of everyone in the room, and it's just good to have that communication with the eyes or just looking at them. There may be a lot of students in a class when you first start, and it's kind of difficult to do that, but I think I haven't tried it. Will. Or at least I haven't done it with everybody. I feel the kids that I connect the most with is the ones I actually looked at. He says, what's your favorite food? And I'm like, you know what? My favorite food is this, blah, 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 blah. And I say, oh, that's cool. Or when they ask about my guinea pigs, I have a lot to say, so I look at them. But even for the small questions, I just still look at them. Build that connection. Okay. I don't like laying down when I do this. Next time I won't. I am breaking out. Are these kids causing me to break out? No. No. No.